Okay, for today's video, we're going to go over the Jurassic World Hammond Collection Concavenator. This is a figure that I wanted to get for a while because, for one, Concavenator is a really cool dinosaur that I just don't have any figures of, I think, or at least not any good ones. I still need to get like a safari one, or the Carnegie one would be really awesome. Well, I just need to get a good Concavenator, and then with me wanting to get some more of the Hammond collection, especially since I didn't have any of the medium-sized ones. I have the Dilophosaurus, which is in that smaller size range, and I have the T-Rex, which is in the really big size range. So I really wanted to get one of this medium-size range, which is honestly probably my favorite size range of the figures. Probably what I would love is a size range in between the T-Rex and the Concavenator. I think that would be perfect. But there's a few dinosaurs that I'll talk about at the end that I think could really fit that. But we're just first going to go over this Concavenator. So, I picked this up at Best Buy. I was actually going to go to Target, but we were in Best Buy, and I didn't know Best Buy really even carried Jurassic World figures. And I went and looked back there, and while we were in there, because we were literally going to go to Target after Best Buy, but while I was in there, I was looking, and then I saw like some Jurassic World stuff, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I think they had the Rex, they had a few of the people, and then I saw the Concavenator, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just get it here since I've got it here. But yeah, it might have been the last one actually too. I can't remember, but yeah, super awesome figure. Looks really good from the stuff I've seen online. And yeah, Concavenator just made a lot of sense for me to get the figure of. But I'm kind of surprised they actually made this the figure, since it is based off like a display dinosaur. Like, it's actually not even an actual dinosaur in the series. It's like literally a display in the series, which kind of surprised me. I think it's in Fallen Kingdom, in like the Lockwood estate. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Fallen Kingdom. So that's what, yeah. Yeah, it's not actually like a living dinosaur in Jurassic World, at least not in the movies. So, yeah, but here he is. We'll unbox him really quick and put him together so you all can see the finished piece. The Hammond collection figures are a little hard to get the tails in, but I think the Jurassic World figures are a little easier to get the tails in. Speaking of the, what was I saying? Speaking of, Beast of the Mesozoic tails. The Beast of the Mesozoic figures, I recently reviewed that T-Rex, which actually I just recorded before making this video, but like I said in that video, I was going to try to record a few videos today. So yeah, I'll put a link to that video, but actually I'm not sure if I can put a link to that video yet, but I just recently reviewed that figure, and like I said, I was going to review try to get some more videos out today, and this was one of those videos. But yeah, this was a figure I picked up, and I just really wanted to review, but it was kind of backlogged, honestly, on my channel, just because of, well, some other videos. Like, I try to organize the videos in order of getting the figures, or at least show them off in a video. So, but that's why this figure's kind of been on the waiting list. This figure is hard to get out of the plastic. I'm going to just pause the video so y'all don't hear the noise. Okay, we got him out of the plastic, so y'all don't have to hear that horrible noise anymore. So yeah, the tail has some nice bend in it. It's like one of those one-tails. But yeah, we're going to plug it in, see how hard it is. Like I said, the Beast of the Mesozoic figures are kind of hard to plug in. Like, you have to use hot water and everything on them. But just initial thoughts of getting this figure out of the box, I'm really liking it so far. Okay, this one, it's almost got like a puzzle piece thing where it like shows you exactly how to put it in. Yeah, and it's a ball joint, so it should be pretty easy to get in. Yep, just pops in right like that, and then you've got your Concavenator. Wow, such an awesome figure. That's just my first thoughts, at least. Really love it. And I will say, like, this isn't like my typical individual figure reviews where I'm going to like critique any like inaccuracies or anything, since it's a Jurassic World style figure. But like, as far as what I remember it looking like in the Jurassic World movie, it's pretty spot on. So, and wow, this figure has some awesome posability. One thing I will say, I think the Hammond collection figures actually have way better posability than the Beast and Mesozoic figures. Like, I prefer the Beast and Mesozoic figures just because they're more accurate, but, like, as far as being able to move them, these are way easier to move in, like, pose, for me at least. Like, maybe it's just, like, some stiff joints, or maybe I'm just happening to get some, but at least in my experience, the Hammond collection figures are a lot easier to move. But yeah, initial thoughts for $22, that's what I paid, or right around that. This is a really great figure. But yeah, we'll go over a little bit of actual dinosaur information, like my normal individual figure reviews. That's the third time recording today that my phone has fallen off. This time I could have had it pushed up a little further since the box isn't as big and the figure isn't as big as the Beast of Mesozoic figure, but still, what I was saying before my phone fell off, the only real issue that I have, at least initially, with this figure is if you close the jaw, you can like kind of see like the pink, like the gut and the gums, like when its jaw's closed. Way worse on this side. I mean, it's not horrible because I'll probably just keep the jaw open just because it's not a problem if you keep the jaw open. But yeah, that's really the only even slight problem I have with this figure, at least out the gate. So far, this might be my favorite Hammond collection figure I have as of right now. Because the T-Rex is honestly too big, I think, for my liking. I wish it was a little smaller, and the Dilo is just too small. So I think that this is like the perfect size scale out of the figures out currently. And one thing I will say about that medium size scale, if they do end up doing that, the Triceratops should have been in a different size scale than this. The Triceratops should have been bigger than this. But yeah, the actual dinosaur information, Concavenator is a Carcharodontosaur that was discovered in Spain, and since it's a Carcharodontosaur, it's related to dinosaurs like Giganotosaurus. The Giganotosaurus in Jurassic World might have some Concavenator DNA since it's got like that sail as well. Slightly different placement, but you know, all the Jurassic World dinosaurs, you know, they act like they fill in all the holes of the DNA, so I guess it would make sense to, you know, use both. And since it's a Carcharodontosaur, though, like Giganotosaurus, but since it's a Carcharodontosaur, it's also related to other theropods like Allosaurus, because Carcharodontosaurs are part of Allosauria. But yeah, like I said, the figure itself, though, is awesome. Definitely is really good for the Hammond, for the Jurassic World series. Maybe not the most, I don't think it's the most accurate as far as just Concavenator, but as far as the Jurassic World Concavenator, it is pretty accurate. And on that size range thing I was saying about the Hammond collection, I do have, here's the Rex. This is what I was talking about, it being too big. Like, you can't even get this thing on camera. Its feet are massive. Like, that's the head just compared to the, it's just too big for me. And then here's the Hammond collection Dilophosaurus, which isn't horribly sized, but I definitely like this size range the most for the Hammond collection figures. And since I like this one a lot, especially this size range, I might try to get some more in this size range. Maybe the Ceratosaurus, which I really wanted to get for a while, but just could never find it in store. I did see the Baryonyx in stores when they first started dropping the Hammond collection, but I didn't get any at first. Maybe if I run upon that figure again, I might get it. But the Metrocanthosaurus, I might order it. It looks really awesome. I don't know. I might try to get some more Hammond collection, though. Especially if you all enjoy it. I might definitely try to do it then. But I'm really liking the Hammond collection. So if you all want to see more Hammond collection, I'll definitely try to upload some more. But I have heard that there might be a new size range, which would be in between this size and between the T-Rex. And in that size range, they might do dinosaurs like Allosaurus. And if they do Allosaurus and Carnotaurus. The Carnotaurus got announced, and I think it's going to be in that medium-sized range. It's either going to be in the medium-sized range or this size range, so I think it might be in that new medium-sized range. And if they do the medium-sized range and they make an Allosaurus, I will definitely pick the Allosaurus up. Allosaurus being one of my favorite dinosaurs. In fact, the next video that I'm going to upload is going to feature some Allosaurus, so if you like Allosaurus, definitely stay tuned for that video. But yeah, I really hope they end up making that new size range. I think that it's pretty much confirmed because I can't see the Carnotaurus going in this size range, but maybe it will. But if they do make a new medium size range between the T-Rex and the Concavenator, I really hope they make an Allosaurus, which I will definitely get. But one other thing I want to mention about Concavenator, at least in the Jurassic series, in Jurassic World, the game, the mobile game, not Jurassic World Live. I don't play Alive, but the mobile game. I do have Concavenator in it. One thing that I've had that game forever, but I've never spent any money on it. But I'm like in the level 80s actually, and I have the Concavenator in the game. And the Concavenator is a really good dinosaur in game. It's one of my better dinosaurs in the game, really only behind some of my hybrids. But yeah, I really like the Concavenator in the game as well. So definitely a fan of Concavenator in the Jurassic series. I hope we actually end up seeing Concavenator in the movies, like as an actual living dinosaur at some point, and not as just like a model. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'm out. And stay tuned because you're going to see some awesome dinosaur videos soon if you all stay tuned and subscribe and stuff. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'm out. I forgot to do the featured figure section, so we'll go over it really quickly. So yeah, obviously this is the Jurassic World Hammond Collection Concavenator. And if I didn't make this clear enough, this is definitely a figure I would recommend picking up if you happen to get the chance to get it. You can get it at Target and apparently at Best Buy, like I did. And then some other feature figures. This is the Hammond Collection Dilophosaurus. And this is the massive Hammond Collection T-Rex. And then I've got the Jurassic World Giganotosaurus. This is a smaller size range one, but that's it. And then I've got the old Jurassic Park Allosaurus. This is from that line of figures that was like the last Jurassic Park figures. Like they were in the Jurassic Park line, and they didn't really go with a specific movie, but they were like the last figures before Jurassic World. I got that one at Toys R Us one. That's where I got it from. I think it was actually for Easter, but that's where they sold them in store. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'm actually out this